all the world will hear about us.
Welcome to the Millennium world, the blockchain game where you can earn, learn, and have fun. 2022, the world has changed, the internet changed, and the rise of the blockchain changed the entire industry and forced us to rethink. Blockchain gaming became the day-to-day opportunity to generate income. Some chase the mining, while others are doing the trading. The pursuit of our unlimited incoming resources has begun. Whatever it takes, leaving behind the unknown and embracing the new technology, the new era, the Millennium world. Here, the unlimited income resources are waiting to be claimed, but not without our engagement. We are the driving force of the Millennium world. We are the Millenniums. This strategy is entirely in our hands, and we can choose which citizenship to get in order to build a future for our beloved ones. Passionate about mining or in need of a crypto-friendly credit card, a highly active trader who needs extra guidance, a developer who wants to promote his project, or a society-educated gamer who aims to make profits out of his own NFT shop and enjoys the time gaps with the Telegram trivia. You are connecting to the Millennium world incoming resources. Every single action of more than already 350,000 citizens is distributing rewards into Millennium world. Every time a card is swiped, every time an NFT transfer is completed, while you play, even while you sleep, Millennium world rewards you. It continues with a new vision, but do you know what marks the success? Perseverance, imagining the unimagined, and above all, possessing your own piece of virtual land to transform a grand idea into a grand reality. Pick a land. Press a button. Up you go. Behold your decentralized property, built to stand the test of time. Open your own business and share it with the others. From outwards to the city center area, until zone by zone, the city is taken over by its citizens. Multiple digital businesses rise alongside. A new era of luxury, shopping arcades, medical offices. Throw open their doors to an unlimited era, the blockchain. But something is missing. The design of your building is a way to define your own business, where you can approach your own digital architect. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. After all, with the power to create and trade, whoever holds the land NFT shapes the city forever. So, what is your vision?
All right, greetings, everyone. How's everyone doing? Glad that you can make it to this brand new crypto morning. And I do have my fellow team members on the line, some heavy hitters who understand what's going on. So this morning, we're going to do something a little different. But before we do that, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Fart Money Network, and also our team channel, New Millennium Bankers. Because the way we're banking, it is a new millennium type of way. So go subscribe to those channels, and you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, everything Fart Money and New Millennium Bankers. Please follow us because we are about to get after this science. And just hit the notification bell. Don't cost you nothing to do that. And if you want to be a part of Project Exodus 10,000, you can get with the person that shared this video with you, or you can go to our website, www.fartmoney.info. All right, so we wanted to just get that out of the way. So this morning, because it's still mainstream news, we're going to talk about it. But before I bring my brothers Jihad and Kadar on, my business partners on, and we're going to discuss about the FTX exchange collapse and the current market conditions. Before we do this, I don't want nobody to think that we're in no way bashing this FTX program or system that they had going on. This is not a bash. This is not a comparison. It is something that need to be talked about, because a lot of people are falling into scams and they falling into Ponzi schemes because they don't know what to really look for. So we just want to help bring some clarity to this situation, just to give you from our viewpoint what happened with that. All right, it's not a bash. All right, because we're pro crypto, we pro blockchain. All right, but we're just gonna get the pros and cons on what caused this to happen. All right, that's all we're gonna do from our standpoint. All right, so let's bring on my brothers Jihad. Let's bring on brother Kadar as well. These are two of the youngest members that we have, not just in Fart Money Network, but also in GS Partners, that are also building a team, building a business. And they've been building this business since day one. They've been here since day one. So we want to welcome them to the call there, brother Jihad, right there. So go ahead and introduce yourself before we get into this amazing topic that we're going to get into. All right. And I hope y'all did your study. Well, I ain't even got to ask y'all that. I know y'all already did. All right. So I know y'all come prepared. All right. So go ahead, dear brother.
Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings, family. Like Brother Farad mentioned, I'm a Brother Jihad Muhammad, just a student, just in the classroom. Pretty much what we're going to be discussing, just what's going on with this FTX exchange, and pretty much I think one of the major things to look at is who he was partners with, and just who was behind the whole exchange, just in general. I think that's really key when dealing with this type of situation, and just to understand how blockchain technology really works.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Walaikum salam, sir. So my name is Brother Kadar Muhammad. And like my brother, I'm also just a student and just here to give some clarity on what's going on in the world of crypto and what we're seeing with the current condition as well.
All right. So now, since the start of cryptocurrency, we have had major collapses and major scams. Matter of fact, back in 2016, the first cryptocurrency I ever heard about was a scam called OneCoin. Had a good project, had his own white paper, and it was talking about it was going to change things. It was brought out by Arabian sister who's supposed to be on the FBI most wanted list right now because she's supposed to run off with 10 billion or something like that. But nobody's seen her since. But that's what got me even in the crypto. So that's the first. I hadn't heard about Bitcoin. I hadn't heard about Ethereum, nothing. I heard about this coin first, and that's what started my study in the crypto. Just so happened I happened to be didn't have any money, so I didn't put any money in. I just put time in studying the project, the white paper, listening to videos and stuff like that. But when it hit the fan that it was a scam, I was already into something else, so it didn't really affect me like that. But like here in this situation now that we're in, because everywhere you go, it's big. And FTX did a lot of stuff. They had bought the Miami Arena down in Miami. They moved their headquarters over to Singapore. I think they was in Dubai, but I think they moved it out of Dubai, moved it into Singapore. Sam what his name? Bankman Fried. What his name?
Sam Bankman-Fried.
All right. Sam, we just call him Sam. Sam was all on platforms, Kitco News, all in other platforms, because he's supposed to have been a billionaire. And he was running around talking, doing a lot of talking about it. So when y'all first I even heard about Tom Brady and his wife, ex-wife now, I think, but Tom Brady was getting paid in FTX, the FTT token, and also Solano. I thought that they was connected, but they wasn't. So just talk about when you first heard about FTX project, because it was just an exchange. They didn't have their own blockchain or nothing. We're gonna get into that in a minute. But just talk about each of y'all what when you first heard about it, and then when you just recently heard about this collapse, and what went through your mind, knowing that you in the crypto project, what went through your mind when you heard about this collapse?
I know I first heard of FTX probably had to be around it was not too long when I got into cryptocurrency, and I seen that was one of the more bigger exchanges. I think it was like the second biggest exchange, and I didn't think too much of it really. So when I seen that it was just one of the biggest exchanges, I was thinking, okay, so there's just another place you can get crypto. But that was when I was in my research phase. Then once I started hearing about the collapse of FTX, I was like, all right, I need to get more information. This is where I could really make a decision on, or really just speak on it at all.
Yes, sir. And really, when you think about like what FTX is a centralized exchange. So that means that it pretty much like with the same practices that the central banks use, like being just for example, being able to take your funds and loan it out, otherwise known as fractional reserve banking, with a centralized exchange, they're able to. There's some exchanges that still use that kind of practices in the crypto space, which why you'll have some people say that they'll say to take your money off your crypto off exchange. So like you'll hear people say, if it's not your keys, it's not your coin, because there is a difference between being centralized in crypto and decentralized in crypto. So, but my introduction to FTX really, because when I've heard of it before, but I never really paid too much attention to it until this situation happened. I would see like the founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, like I would see him like, I mean, you kind of couldn't really avoid him being in the crypto space. You would like see his face, and they would pretty much be pushing like his exchange a lot. So I mean, I pretty much like I seen it, I glanced at it, but I barely I didn't really have like I didn't participate with anything dealing with FTX because I mean, really, when with what we're doing, I really was not thinking about any other exchange like that. But as I learned more about FTX, it was definitely an eye opener, and definitely I think it's a learning experience too. Just going forward.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna read some of the stuff about XTX and their token, and we're gonna point out the flaws. And like Jihad was saying, when now most cryptocurrency exchanges are centralized, but it's a decentralized and it's a centralized component that like merge together. Because in one aspect, a lot of people out here not ready for total decentralization. Because that meaning because they not responsible enough. So if they was to lose their keys, lose their password, anything like that, you are totally responsible. But if I got it on this exchange, I can lose the information, reset my password, I can get back to my money. And so it's like a, you know what I'm saying, like we not ready, everybody not ready for total decentralization yet. Now, but some exchanges are more centralized than decentralized, which I don't like at all. We have a bunch of them, like Coinbase is super centralized. Blockchain.com, these people, they hold your money when you buy crypto 7 days. See, that's super centralized. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm trying to make something happen fast, so I don't need that. So I don't even like to deal with that. You feel what I'm saying? Coinbase is cool if you're cashing out crypto. But as far as buying crypto on there, I don't recommend Coinbase at all. And I don't recommend blockchain.com at all because those platforms, they help my money. I'm just telling you from my experience, right? I just had a big situation with blockchain.com. They helped $1,500 of my money just trying to find another, by me sending crypto over there, they helped it for 7 days. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't dealing with that. But that's you know, and like I said, that's more super centralization, and because they all have a centralization component to it. Now you can go straight decentralized, like using MetaMask, stuff like that, but your money won't really be sitting nowhere in those type of platforms growing, because you're gonna have to do some type of centralization to stake coins and stuff like that. You're gonna have to kind of be centralized a little bit. But it depends. It depends on what you got. Like with the master nodes, what we have staking, well, that's pure decentralization. That's pure, just straight decentralization because only you have the coins, but you place the coin and connect your computer with the core wallet and all of that. And then now you start helping the blockchain, so you get rewarded, but nobody can touch your principal coins. And they're just adding coins to your wallet. So that's straight up decentralization. Our DeFi, straight decentralization, because the coins that you have in the DeFi is on the web wallet. All right. So that's where a lot of these places running into problems at, because as we go to CoinMarketCap and just look at the history on FTX and their token, so we can look at the cryptocurrency market cap. The market cap is up nearly 3% increase over the last day. So that's good. They're trying to rebound. And I say they because we not really trying to rebound, but you know, we see it has a warning sign up here now. And sometimes we don't see this because cryptocurrency is highly political now. It's getting real political. So they have a warning up here about it. So as we go into the data on it, we just want to read some of it. Now, this is the token. The token is still traded. It's on the Ethereum blockchain as an ERC20 coin. So it's still trading for $1.29. That's the token. The exchange, I want everybody to understand. They token is still there. So when we tell people that you kind of can't take a cryptocurrency down when something like this happens, but you can take something like an exchange down. So the exchange has completely collapsed. All right, but the token is still there. There go the token right there, right? And it's still trading for $1.29, and people are still trading on it. But be cautious because it has the red flag on there or whatever. So, brother Jihad, break that down, you and Kadar, about how is the token still trading, but the exchange gone? So how is that even possible? Because people thinking that it all collapsed, right? Well, the price might have dropped significantly, but how is this coin still out here for people to go and put their money in?
Yes, sir. Well, it's just pretty much how the blockchain was designed, because once you start to know the mechanics of blockchain, you'll realize that blockchain really is designed for once data really is added to the blockchain, it can't be just taken off. Like, you can't just delete it. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure there'd be a lot more cryptocurrencies that they would just take off the market. If you were just able to just delete it just at a click of a button. So crypto isn't really designed to be just something that, it's not something you can just put out there and then just take it off. It's something that's here to, it's pretty much kind of like it's kind of like the internet. Like, you would have to literally take down pretty much the whole internet. Now, for this in particular, I believe this FTX operates on the Binance blockchain, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not even, what is it, Ethereum?
Yeah, I thought it was Ethereum.
Yeah, it's on Ethereum.
Yes, sir. So it doesn't even have its own blockchain. It's a token on another blockchain called Ethereum. So for this token to collapse, to completely disappear, that would mean Ethereum's blockchain would have to disappear. And blockchains don't just disappear out of thin air. It's not something you can just take off just like that. I mean, it's literally designed so that centralized authorities can't take it off just because they dislike something, or maybe that they just feel like it. It's immune to that activity.
Go ahead, Kadar.
Yes, sir. So yeah, pretty much like my brother said, it's not designed that way. So once you understand the mechanics and the technicalities of blockchain technology, you'll realize that taking a coin or a token off of the whatever blockchain that it happens to be on or built on, that's just not easy. It's just like you trying to take something off the internet. You wouldn't really be able to do it, because with doing that, you would have to shut down everything. So taking something off like this would have to affect the whole thing, and they're not willing to do something like that.
And they can't. And even with the internet too, even though sometimes you may think that you're deleting something off the internet, but it really is not deleted. Actually, it's just removed from your interface of your device. And on top of that too, we were talking, Brother Supreme was talking about the exchange is different from the token. So the exchange was just a vehicle through which crypto can be traded. So you have buyers, you have sellers, and pretty much it's kind of it's just free market. Like, you have people that want to buy, and the free market sets the price of it. That's just an exchange. So that has nothing to do with crypto as a whole. It's just something that people, it's a vehicle that people use to exchange the tokens between.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Y'all are absolutely right on it. So we can see here the coin has been going down though. But let's read some data about it real quick, so we can point out where the flaws came in at. Okay, so it's telling there, what is the FTX token? FTT. FTT is the native cryptocurrency token of the crypto derivatives flag number 1 trading platform FTX that launched on May the 8th, 2019. The team behind FTX comprised some of the largest crypto traders over the past few years, who having found issues with most mainstream crypto futures exchanges flag right there. See, that's centralized stuff. decided to launch their own platform. FTX claims that it stands out due to such features such as clampback prevention, a centralized collateral pool. See that? A centralized collateral pool and universal stable coin settlement. FTX is a centralized crypto exchange launched by Sam Bankman-Fried in 2019, backed by significant trading companies in the industry, including Almena Research, OTPP, Telmass, BlackRock. Whoa, didn't know that. Coinbase Ventures and Sequana Capital. As of 2022, the platform has over 1 million registered members, and the daily trading volume has reached billions of dollars. In regards to clampback prevention, a significant amount of customer funds on other derivative exchanges have been claimed by socialized losses. FTX reduces this by using a three-tier liquidation model. So this what happened, and this what happened in the fall. On existing crypto futures exchanges, the collateral is fragmented across separate token wallets. This can be difficult for traders as it prevents positions from getting liquidated. On the other hand, FTX derivatives are stable coin setup and only require one universal margin wallet. So not to get too deep, not to go, I'm not gonna bore y'all with all the reading, right? But you can go there and read all of this. Now, what happened was they ran into the flag on what they was trying to do. So they ran into them, and this coin has an all-time high, $85.02. All right. And all-time low is 83 cents. Now listen. Now what happened, family, is that when you trying to incorporate all that centralized banking stuff, cryptocurrency was specifically made to be decentralized. If you go and read the white paper, and you cannot get away from the Bitcoin white paper because this is the first. When you go and read the Bitcoin white paper wrote by Satoshi Nakamoto, whoever that might be, all right, they specifically said that this was produced and created to be decentralized and not be under the control of the central banks. That's in the Bitcoin white paper. So any cryptocurrency coming after Bitcoin, that is the model. That is the base. Like, you can't get around Bitcoin. You have to still model behind that. So by them trying to do this centralized stuff, derivative, futures, that's paper stuff. That's all in the centralized banking world. That's that stuff. All right. When you're trying to do that with this what happens. Now, if we listen to this, when we read about this and we see this, now we can spot out what happened. Because if FTX can't, they not the Fed, right? So let's compare FTX to the Federal Reserve, right? See, the Federal Reserve they can just make liquidation, they can just make liquidity all day long, or they can just print the money, right? Well, FTX can't do that. So if FTX get out over their head on debt, there's no way for them to just come up and just produce the liquidity. So this is what caused it to fall. They got out in debt. People started running. It was an exchange run. Like if it's a bank run, the banks will collapse overnight. Like right now, if everybody went to the bank and tried to get their funds out of the bank, every central bank in the world, if everybody tried to get their money out of it, the banks would collapse immediately because they don't have it. But due to the fractional reserve lending, but through the Federal Reserve, the IMF, and the World Bank, they produce more liquidity by printing more fiat currency. So talk about how that is compared to what we understand and what we know about fiat currency. And I'm gonna go pull up another article that I just got this morning in the email from CoinDeck. Go ahead, brother. Don't y'all hog the mic at one time.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Honestly, it kind of seems like, at least from what we're seeing, because with the difference between FTX and the centralized banks, like you were saying, that they don't have the money to keep lending out and giving more and more money, right? Because people were trying to withdraw from it. Actually, they even mentioned one of the shareholders, when you was reading the paper, one of the people that bought in and bought a whole bunch of their assets actually is one of the ones who sold it. And once that happened, that kind of caused a domino effect. Then everybody tried to withdraw, and that's what pretty much caused this fall of FTX.
Yes, sir. And another thing too is the founder himself. Like, he was connected with so many of the people in the centralized banking system. Like, he was connected with the SEC, the Federal Trade Commission, and the World Economic Forum. And I mean, these are the main crooks that we're trying to get away from in the centralized world. So when you try to incorporate them into your ecosystem that he had going on, that's pretty much a recipe for disaster. And honestly, the way I'm looking at this, I'm thinking this was an attempt to attack cryptocurrency from the centralized banking system, or from the Federal Reserve, just in general, because he had many ties to them. I think his aunt worked in the World Economic Forum, and then he had parents that were involved with these with these gangsters. So I'm just saying, like, I think one of the most important things when looking at this is to look at who the founder is and who he's connected to and the partnerships that he's making with these. In fact, actually, I heard Mr. Cochindo himself say this. He said 100% of the volume inside crypto is fake. And so when we have people complaining about the G999, that's our main coin to our ecosystem. They always complaining about why is the volume so low. Well, he said 100% of the volume in cryptocurrency is fake, because he was like, and he can really just prove it. Like, he said, we choose to be different. We don't follow that same protocol that these cryptocurrencies are. We actually report the real volume that we have trading for our cryptocurrency. And so basically, from what I've seen with this one in particular, it's basically like they had they basically was like, they created a box. This is the way I've heard it explained, at least. And they pretty much was like, well, this box has value to it. And so basically they was trading crypto in and out, creating fake value for it. And that pretty much caused it to pump up into the sky, basically. And what comes up must come down, because it literally had zero value to it. And it went straight down to the ground. So one of the things too is to look at the crypto project and look at the whole, just do your due diligence on who the founder is, and look at the white paper, and actually look at the whole ecosystem around it.
That's a big lesson too, because these type of instances, like you're seeing like instances like this happen, and then you're seeing people not paying attention with Dogecoin. It really just it goes to show that you got to do your due diligence, like you were saying, and just do your research, and not just hop on it just because you happen to see something about it. You got to be deeper than that. It shows that you got to actually look into what you're putting your money into, not just about the hype.
You definitely have to, do research, but people got to know what they're researching. See, the average person don't know what they're researching. So what we always tell people to research is start with what you're already doing. Start with your bank. Start with the Federal Reserve. Research that first. So then you can see why you need to get out of dollars, why you need to move majority of your money, if not all of it, out of a central bank first. And then you can go and look and see where you want to move it. But if you haven't did that research, there's no need for you to try to research cryptocurrency, because that's really like going backwards. Because you trying to research crypto and not researching the banking system that you're already using, that's backwards. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to see why you need crypto until you research your banking system. You follow what I'm saying? You're not going to see that. And if you research your banking system, you're going to see very fast on why. But that's what we encourage as new millennium bankers. We didn't get into crypto before we knew about the banks, before we studied the banks, right? I had studied the banks for years. You feel me? So when I seen a way to get around the banks and to get out of their control with my money, because think about it, with the banks, you need everything. You need a co-signer, you need a credit score, you need tax return. So you need all of this stuff here to do anything with them. You feel what I'm saying? And in the crypto world, you don't need that. But if you don't know all of those limitations on you based in that world, well, you got to play the game, bro. No, where the blockchain is here, we ain't got to play the game no more. We ain't got to play the game no more. All right. And then we have other systems being created on the blockchain that is causing us to grow our money, be in control of our money at the same time. You know, so we don't have to play the game no more. So here's an email I got from CoinDex. Sam Bankman-Fried, former CEO of FTX, they say former CEO of FTX because FTX supposed to be no more, apologized to the cryptocurrencies, the crypto exchange employees in a letter sent out over the company's Slack on Tuesday. He did not address concerns about customers' funds being misappropriated or other recent revelations about the company. Bankman-Fried said he felt deeply sorry about what happened. FTX also had its first hearing on Tuesday, letting the company's lawyers finally get a better sense of just what was going on at the bankrupt crypto exchange. Now, I found this very, very interesting right here, though. Singapore, largest bank by market cap, DBS, completed a fixed income trade on JP Morgan's blockchain network, Onyx. Did y'all hear that?
Yes, sir.
Now we knowing that I have heard about Bank of America trying to produce a blockchain, because Bank of America is supposed to have the most patent blockchains, but they didn't have a blockchain. So now this is saying that JP Morgan has created a blockchain called Onyx. All right. DBS said it is the first Asian bank to use the Onyx network, which is a blockchain-based fixed income trading network, to complete a trade. The Onyx digital asset network uses tokens for short-term trading in fixed income markets, enabling investors to lend assets for a period of hours without them leaving their balance sheet. See, there go that lending again. See that? See, if JP Morgan, they trying to get into the, see why everybody's running away from it. The bankers trying to get into it to dominate it. They know they can't control it, so they trying to get into it so they can dominate it, and they want to bring those centralized practices with the lending, with the usury, right? Because that's what it is. They want to bring those usury practice to the blockchain, to the crypto space, so they can control it and they can be still in power. So they don't want to get away from what put them in power for centuries, right? With the banking practices, they want to do that, so they able to adjust. See, they willing to adjust. We'll learn this. We'll create our own. So we're going to research this Onyx network, and we're going to see, can we pull up their Explorer, and we'll see what type of transaction that JP Morgan is allowing to be made public. You follow what we're saying? But this is significant because while we are, majority of us are running away from the market, running away from crypto, the ones in power, they are embracing it. But like I said, it's a whole chess move for them to dominate. So talk about that as we get ready to close out. So we're going to transition this to the market conditions and how to win in the market conditions like that. But talk about the significance of JP Morgan. They saying that JP Morgan got a blockchain. That's deep. Talk about that, brother.
It sounded to me. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, sir. I don't know why. Actually, this came to me. It was a book, and I think a movie too, called "Confessions of an Economic Hitman," and it made me think kind of how I believe it was America, how certain agents were sent in to pretty much overthrow other countries through illegal practices with foreign policy. And it kind of made me think of like what they're trying to do with cryptocurrency. Like they're looking for ways pretty much to interject the central banks and the practices that they use on the blockchain through what they're doing. So that with them trying to interject things like the banks and all their practices and bring that onto the blockchain. It seems like that's what they want to do. And that just sounds somewhat like what to me what they want to do with these banks.
Yes, sir. And I think, well, when I think of JP Morgan, I think what everyone should be thinking about is, remember with Ye, the situation with Ye, who was the one that kicked them out of banking with them?
JP Morgan.
It was JP Morgan. So when we see like these people jumping in to create their own blockchain, because they know where the future is going, and they know that I think they said young people are probably the people that's mostly jumping into cryptocurrency, and so they see where the world is going. So they trying to pretty much try to dominate in the crypto space, in the blockchain sphere, because I mean, as you can see, they basically completed fixed income trade on JP Morgan's blockchain network. So, I mean, this is very interesting to see. I mean, to see that that they jumping in, but they trying to scare the average person from wanting to actually participate. So it's just very interesting. Like, I mean, they create, I mean, this is what they do all the time. They create, I guess they kind of create fear around the atmosphere so that people will try to jump out of the crypto space while you have them jumping in and trying to dominate while the average person doesn't know any better about it.
That's exactly what I was trying to say with the Confessions of an Economic Hitman. It's no different really than what they're doing throughout the world, really. It's just that now they're doing it in the financial world, but this is what they were doing in other countries, at least what you see with America. They create fear in certain countries, like in the Middle East and in Africa. And then meanwhile, they got their hands in their pocket, taking global control pretty much of the whole world. So this is no different than the practices that they doing financially as well.
Man, and this is significant because I'm looking this stuff up right now while y'all talking about it, and I don't find no Explorer. I found a website, but it's just talking about it's launching. So it must ain't came out yet, because I guess that's what the article just said, what I read about Singapore supposed to be the first Asian bank to use the trading platform or whatever to see what's going on. So this thing is getting big. We know about BlackRock supposed to been getting into crypto as well. And they supposed to be the biggest asset management firm on the planet right now. So in these market conditions, as we see, majority of the cryptocurrencies are down. They are down, not a lot. I mean, I guess Bitcoin was 20,000 a week or two ago. Now it's down to 16,000. It dropped to like 15,000. Hasn't dropped below that. Ethereum is down, still hasn't dropped below 1,000. So we seeing this happening. So what are we doing? Why are we staying afloat, and why are we not affected by the market cap? Well, we're not affected by the market cap, and we're not affected by the market conditions, rather, is because of Gold Standard Bank Partners. It's because of Gold Standard Bank Partners. Here's our home screen. And the reason that this is because we're getting paid in all of these different cryptocurrencies. So here, everything is here. And this is why we're not affected, family. This is an international blockchain business platform, right? So as I go into this live back office, I just want to show y'all some things on why we're not affected. And this is significant to everybody because you don't have to fully understand the technology to know how to win with the technology, right? You don't have to fully understand it, just get in and win. So I'm gonna show y'all why we're not concerned, right? We have this pool, we have pools going on, right? So let's go to the infinity pool. Now, in GS Partners, there's almost 200,000 people in GS Partners. Now, GS Partners is the trade name of Gold Standard Bank, or GSB, or GS Bank. All right. That's the name. That's the trade name. GS Partners just the trade name of Gold Standard Bank for those that want to know. All right. So while we're not affected, here is a pool, and out of 100 and over 50,000 people in this pool, only 327 people have qualified for the pool. Now, this pool, this is a revenue pool. Now, this pool is bringing in about 15% of the revenue is put into this pool, I want to say. Now, we crypto, exclusive crypto centric. So the main three coins that is going to be in the pool will be USD, Tether, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. Tether is taking the lead now because people coming in, they go ahead and get Tether, so they ain't got to worry about market drop overnight and all that stuff there, so they get Tether. So more Tether is being used now. And then we also got the G999. We also got a XLTs. We got Lydian Staters. We got Lydian Lions. All of this is going to be paid out from this pool. Now, in this pool, with about 7 days left in the month, it's over $1 million in the pool. It's $1,044,709.35. So everybody that qualified for rank, as I am already director, all right, and it tells us what everybody is. We got a crown ambassador, 4 global ambassadors, 5 ambassadors, 3 international executives. The higher pool you get in, the more volume you get in, and it's also the more money you get in. All right, so it's 165 directors, which I am one of those. And the pool is already destined to pay me out over $1,000. Now, mind you, this pool just paid me about $500 on the 15th because we got a mid-month accelerated pool. So this is the reason that why y'all say we not worried about it. We not. Because Bitcoin, it don't matter, man. I can turn Bitcoin into cash at the press of a button, Ethereum into cash. None of this matter. Tether is cash. Yeah, that's just the digital dollar. That's all the Tether is. All right. But none of this matters. So look, it's already over $1,000. And this is at this pool. This is at this rank, just director now. You feel what I'm saying? And it's other pools in here. So these are one of the reasons we not, because we're building this business. And then we also have our certificates. Okay. We also have our certificates. So these certificates, they're going to pay out regardless on what the market is doing right here. Now, look, I got all of these free certificates. Free certificate here. It was free because I hit in the mid-month accelerator. So they gave me an extra $250. So matter of fact, that pooled in. So I made about $750 in the middle of the month just from the pool. Direct commissions all in. I'm just showing us the public on why we not concerned about what's going on in the market. So here's a pool. Here's a certificate that they gave me on the 15th for hitting rank. All right. Here's a Hermes that they gave me. Here's another Hermes that they gave me. Here's another Hermes that they gave me. So I literally got like 4 certificates I got to load. All right. For them to start paying. Now, here goes this. And listen, family, these certificates are like our third certificates, and we have them all. We got some certificates that we have to show you in Lydian World right now that we have. Matter of fact, I ain't got to show you all of them in Millennium World, but check this out. This is the Artemis. Well, I went to the trade. All right, this is the Artemis, and look, it's just paying. It's like $4 a week, and this is just one certificate. We got other certificates that's in Millennium World from our Planet series. So we got these. So we got these tiers. We don't even got these for sale anymore. But all of these are paying. All of these is passive income. They just in the Lillian state of coin. All right. The Lillian state of coin is at about $20. So we have all of these certificates over here working for us. So we have all of this money working. So let's close out with that, dear brothers. Go ahead and let them know why you not worried. Because I guess that was me. I'm speaking for all of us, but let us know specifically, let the people know specifically as we get ready to close this out. We probably would do a part 2 to this topic as well. We'll bring out more information. But so just to summarize it, the reason that FTX collapsed is because FTX was a lending program that was sending out people's money. Like my money go on the exchange. I know nothing about it. They lending out my money on the backside. You feel me?
Just like the bank.
So when everybody tried to pull out their money, boom, they didn't have the liquidity to pay the people out. So that's called a Ponzi. If you can't give me my money, if I'm putting my money into something I can't get my money out, then that's called a Ponzi, right? Did it start off with that? I don't know. But all I know is once you incorporate decentralized practices with decentralized currencies with centralized practices, this is what you're gonna get. This is what you're gonna get. Well. This is what you're gonna get, because that's how this has to. You can't mix the two. You can't mix the two, right? You be decentralized. Use crypto for just decentralization. All right. So, family, go ahead and let us know why you not affected. Start with you, Kadar. Why are you not affected by the market price as a new Millennium banker? Why you not worried?
As a new
about
Millennium banker, yes, sir. So I have, like I said, I'm already in GS Partners, so we're not affected by the market conditions, because we getting paid interest whether it's down or if it's up. So we getting the interest on our cryptocurrencies pretty much all day, every day, and then we understand that assets go down. It's an asset. And that's the time really to actually get assets, is when it's down, so that when it's up, hey, you already loaded up. So that's the reason why I'm not really affected by the market conditions.
All right. That's right. Go ahead, Jahad. Why you not affected either, dear brother?
Yes, sir. I mean, pretty much the same reason. Like with what we're doing. I mean, we get paid in crypto real time. We get paid in crypto from the certificates every week, 4.15% every week. We get paid from transaction fees inside of Millennium World. We pretty much get paid from gaming fees. We get paid from card swipes. We get paid from, I mean, really just so many different things. Infinity Pool that you just showed, Blockstar. And I'm sure there's things that I forgot because we just have so many ways of getting paid. Oh, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Everybody get paid in the Millennium World pool. We didn't even mention the metaverse. Like,
yes, sir.
Like it just too many ways. We have a complete system, and ain't nobody lending out our money. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Ain't nobody lending out our money, because Sam Bankman-Fried, he supposed to got rich from the exchange. All right. So he's supposed to got rich from the project. He wasn't rich before. He got rich when he did it. All right. He had a little money to get the exchange started. That's what he got rich from. Our chairman of the board, he got rich from other methods before he started this blockchain. He got rich from real estate, the real estate development, gold mining, businesses, brand, banking. He got rich from that. Then he came out with his own blockchain, but he opened it up to the masses. See, because that meaning the significance with that is, if everybody catch that point, is Mr. Hike didn't have a capitalization problem to start this ecosystem. That's the significance. That's the point.
Right.
See, Mr. Hike had the capitalization, so it didn't matter about the expense. He could put up millions and millions and millions of dollars to get the ecosystem up and running. He didn't have to go borrow it. He had the money already. He's multi-billionaire, right? So that's the significance, and that's why we not worried, and we are getting paid, like Jihad said, Kadar said, in real time. And we can invite people, but a lot of people say, oh, is that dollars? Well, crypto is priced in dollars. And one thing that Sam had said on the Kitco interview, that he downplayed staking. Right? He downplayed staking by saying that, yeah, you could stake and they just giving you more of these coins that might don't really have any value for real or whatever. Well, listen, if the coin got a price, if the coin can be exchanged for Bitcoin, if the coin can be exchanged for Ethereum, then it has value. You feel me? If it can do that, it has value, and pay me that so I can exchange it, but it has the potential to go up. So we're getting paid G999 every day, right? Through multiple ways. What happens when the G999 go to 10 cents, 20 cents, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, whatever? And I'm getting paid this. But if it's not, it ain't did it yet, brother. Well, we still got a price to it. So it's still more money on top of my money with the potential to go up. But if it was just dollars, there's no potential for your dollars to go up, period. That's the science that most people need to understand when it comes to cryptocurrency and banking. Your dollars will not go up unless you put it into a vehicle. Say that again.
Oh, I was gonna say, and it's crazy because these are the same people who played a lottery for a chance just to get some money, but then don't want to try and just hold their money in an asset and do it the smart way. They'd rather spend their money on a chance, just a chance to possibly hit it big out of billions of people who are already playing it. So that's crazy to me.
Man, you just dropped the mic with that. We're going to end right there. We out of here, family. There's nothing else to be said with what Kadar just said. He just dropped the mic, family. So we out of here, man. See y'all in the morning, man. Hopefully. We out, man.